Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where basically we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Detective Pikachu, Pokemon. Excuse the technical difficulties. Woo! I know. So again, real quick, this is more of a geek out than a review. We don't really consider ourselves movie reviewers because, I mean, I just love movies, man. You know, I mean, if I don't like something, I'll tell you. Exactly. She has opinions too, though, and occasionally I shut up long enough for her to express some. But that being said, this is our spoilers video. So we're gonna give you plenty of warning right here. If you don't want spoilers, you need to click off this video, go somewhere else, come on back once you've seen the movie, because I know some people, like Elmore, are weird and like spoilers before they see things, although he actually saw it before us.
So is Kathy.
Yeah, I know.
Kathy says she doesn't remember things unless she has spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, just go on the ride, people. Go on the ride and then worry about it, you know. But anyways, this is your spoiler warnings. We're going to talk spoilers. We might, and if you like just a little spoilers and not a lot, careful, because we may start at the end. We don't know where we're going with this thing. Spoilers! So yeah, spoilers. You've hit the button. Because yeah, again, as I said, I like to leave that time because I saw it in a Kevin Smith video just the other day. Luckily, I had seen something. But he's like talking. He's like, yeah, and spoilers, so-and-so dies. I'm like, bro. You can't say spoilers and immediately jump into the spoiler. Like, give people at least time to put their fingers in their ear, you know. Yeah. So anyways, okay. So here we go.
So the Pokemons are all aliens, and
yeah, right. I couldn't believe that. And then when Donald Sutherland shows up in the end, he's all, oh, it was nuts. Oh wait, wrong movie. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I just had to take it a step further. All right, and at the end of the video, stick around. I guess we should say we got these movie theater exclusives. We're going to do you a little unboxing as well. But we'll do that at the end for those of you that don't care. All right, so this should hopefully be a shorter one if I can shut up enough about it. But for basic general stuff, our feelings, go check out the no spoiler thing. It's always good to watch that first because that's where we talk more about just our overall opinions.
Because we will get into spoilers here eventually.
This is just going to be specific details of things we loved. I said that so we didn't have to recap everything we just said. I thought that would be pretty fair. So go watch that. Come on back. All right.
Anywho.
God, this was good.
Yes.
So what's your favorite moment?
Oh, God.
Mewtwo!
Yeah, Mewtwo. I love Mewtwo. I've always loved Mewtwo.
Saiyan Regeneration Pod, our very own Frieza in a Pokemon movie.
Because when I saw the first Pokemon movie, which they referenced, actually.
Did they? Okay.
Well, they said he escaped from the Kanto region 20 years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that was a reference to the first movie he was in.
That sounds familiar, and of course I remember Kanto from the game.
Because they didn't actually create him in this movie. He was already in existence.
Right. I honestly didn't know that much about Mewtwo, so I think a big surprise for me was that he was actually kind of more of a... he wasn't like a terrible, evil, super evil dude. Like, I mean, of course they controlled him and created him to be that way to a point in this, you know, with the mind control stuff. But I thought that was kind of neat that he's actually like, I just want to exist too, man.
Oh, I just had a thought though. So if no, well, okay. So there's a theory that says that Ash is forever like 11 years old in Pokemon.
All right.
Because like he wished upon some sort of legendary
Dragon Ball
that. You know, something would be like things would be like this forever.
Okay.
So I was like, I wonder if this is in the same universe, if Ash is still running around 20 years later as an 11-year-old, which could have some really severe psychological repercussions, but that's...
And, you know, I was going to say, especially in the beginning, and maybe he's hidden somewhere in there, but there was no Ash cameo or anything like that. No. But in the beginning, when Dopinder shows up... because they kind of dressed him a little bit like Ash. So I was kind of initially like, wait a minute, are they going to surprise us with Ash in this movie? And that's like, is it an adult Ash? No? Okay. But I love that opening sequence too, because you got to see like the Pokeball and you got to see him actually try and catch one and it didn't stick like everything. And I thought even that just took me right into the world and I was sold and I was like, thank God they didn't show this in any of the major trailers. This is such a pleasant surprise.
Watching the Cubone chase him, and the Cubone is like this big.
Yeah. It's like a Porg. It's like Chewy.
An exploding skeleton stick thing.
Oh my God, why? Okay, this is borderline... I can't think of nicer terminology, but why did I just suddenly picture a Porg in like a dynamite vest? Like a
suicide
I was good. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I pictured when you just started saying that, like, just running after him. But no, yeah, that was it.
You have problems.
Have you met me? You're the one marrying me. I don't know. Anyways, derailer. Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought that whole opening sequence was great, and I love this idea, and I loved watching Justice Smith's character kind of become more comfortable with his love of Pokemon. Like, it was clearly there and repressed in his past.
Yeah.
And I love that just the way they subtly just kind of let that start unfolding, that, no, this guy really knows his stuff about all these Pokemon. I thought that was pretty cool.
I kind of wish they went to a little more because, you know, I'm guessing that his whole thing with slacking off and wanting to be a Pokemon trainer and all that was, you know, connected to his dad issues, but it didn't really feel like they made that particular connection.
Or maybe the loss of his mom, like he lost his fun, he lost his childhood.
That too, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of where I got it. And honestly, too, I did have a moment, I got a little teary about the loss of the mom, because, you know, that's happened for me, sadly. It was like a decade ago, it's okay, and, you know, you don't need to feel bad for me, but that definitely, you know, that always resonates with me now in things a little bit more than it would have before, so, and I can kind of understand that.
So every Disney movie...
For some reason, it seems like it has to be live action. It doesn't quite get me in the animation. But,
okay.
Plus, everybody in Disney movies are evil some way, so.
Alrighty then.
I mean, it's true. When you really break it down, they're either selfish or... Anyways, Pokemon. Let's talk about the movie we're here to talk about.
Right.
So the beginning. We did the beginning. Now the thing I did know, and then we're going to jump to the end here, where I watched a video game review on the game, because the game was not interesting enough for the Detective Pikachu game was not interesting enough for me to go all that deep into it. But yeah, so this was the thing. I watched a review last night, and I found out, I was like, oh, that's going to be so good in the movie, and I realized that's definitely what they're doing, because you never saw the dad's face. They went out of their way to show it.
I was sitting there going like, because at first you're going like, okay, and then you're like, wow, you guys are actively not showing me this. Okay, why?
Because Ryan Reynolds was the dad, and in the accident, he became the Pikachu, sort of. I mean, you know, they explained it better in the movie. I don't need to tell you.
He didn't accidentally become a Pikachu.
Did I say accidentally? I might have. I don't know. That drink was very tasty.
No, but I thought I feel like that was actually a twist I should have seen coming, but I didn't. I think for some reason.
Well, they also did it really well, and again, the movie is so fast-paced and keeps you so engaged in what's going on. They don't really give you that time, which is a great thing that movies need to learn from. Yeah. They don't give you that time where you disconnect and start thinking and trying to figure it out.
And
if you're willing to just go on the ride.
So worth multiple rewatches, just because you are going to find new stuff probably every time, because they cram so much stuff into every scene.
They really did. And again, like you were saying, like the world building is fantastic in here, and like just the Pokemon living with the humans, and it just so believable the way they did all of that. And
like I said, in all honesty, I would like future stories to be set in Rhyme City. I have no interest in a tournament arc.
See, I do have an interest in a tournament arc, but like we said in the non-spoilers, but we can talk more detail here, is I think the problem, because I was worried going in that this would become the thing and you couldn't do the more traditional Pokemon thing, because normal mass audiences would be like, why aren't they talking? Why isn't he a detective? Blah, blah, blah. But they did set this up in the beginning, and I think that was great. They showed you the going out to catch a Pokemon. They talked about Rhyme City being this place where everybody's supposed to live together, and it's not catching Pokemon, not doing tournaments. So I thought they left the door open for that. They set that up in a way so the mass audiences could understand, oh, there is this whole other element to it. So if they want to go that way, they can. And I can see that. But my problem with that being, a lot of the charm of this movie is Pikachu talking.
Yeah, and
which is also going to make it difficult to do a sequel to this.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be...
It'll be interesting to see what they do with that, because it's going to make money.
The world building is great. You know, the technology is there. I mean, the Pokemon look real.
Especially Pikachu.
But still have a little bit of that cartoony look, but it doesn't look out of place.
Believable. I think that would be the word.
Yeah.
They're very believable.
I mean, I think Psyduck may have had the worst because he had those huge eyes.
But it's better than the Nightmare Fuel Ditto eyes when the Ditto turns into humans.
That was Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Well, that Gengar.
Which one was the Gengar?
That purple ghosty type one.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool, too.
He was kind of like,
But see, okay, and going back to your thing about you don't want the gym arc or the tournament arcs, it's like, but that fight, though, with Pikachu and the Charizard, especially if we had actually got to see it where, even before, when it was Bulbasaur and the Ginkgo Biloba? The Gengar?
Gengar, I believe.
Like, that was cool. Like, if you could build a narrative where that's going to happen with a good story around it, I would get into that. That would be fun. Just go watch Jean-Claude Van Damme in Kickboxer and just replace him with Pokemon. We'll just do that.
Alrighty then. Pikachu doing the splits.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if that was Kickboxer, but yeah, that was where I was going with it.
I don't care if it's Jean-Claude Van Damme. There's splits somewhere.
But no, so I mean, I really thought that was cool too, that battle. If anything, I think some of the smaller player human characters, if I find real flaws, it's going to be there. Like the DJ dude, his performance was a little off.
He was an actual DJ.
That may be why. Not an actual actor. Was he supposed to be somebody? Okay, I've heard that name. I don't know my DJs.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup, but I do recognize the name.
Okay, all right.
But the other, like the fight promoter guy with the Charizard and the Charizard tattoo on his chest.
I mean, it was a whole cute sequence.
By the way, smallest cast list I've ever seen in quite a while.
Yeah, in the credits it ran through real quick. And I love at the end credits too how they're doing like the vintage Game Boy graphics for the characters, and then it kind of starts cycling through the manga and you know, more modern stuff, and I was like, that is a really cool character or background design for the end credits. So I really appreciated that as well. Oh man, so let's see, what else? Ken Watanabe was pretty good.
Yeah, and he turned out not to be a dirty cop.
Right?
Which is what we were all expecting.
Although because I'm in such Godzilla brain, and you won't get this reference till Saturday unless you remember it from the trailers, but I totally wanted him to see a Pokemon fight and go, let them fight. But you know. Pikachu versus Godzilla.
And Bill Nighy, I did not know that Bill Nighy was in this movie.
Me either. No.
I think that was a wise choice, actually.
The marketing did a great job with this. They showed you enough. They showed you the setup, but there is a ton in this.
I kind of want to go back and watch the trailers just to see what they edit out of the pictures like they do in Avengers. Like, I'm pretty sure Mewtwo's not wearing the headgear.
Right, there's that. And I feel like there's a scene or two where they've definitely moved things around and changed things. I think you can definitely find a couple of differences there. But yeah, I was really impressed with how little the trailers actually did show you as to what's going on here. And they have a good mystery, and I think they did a pretty good job solving. My God, the mime scene is 10 times... It was funny in the trailer, but it's 10 times funnier.
Oh God, it goes dark.
It gets real dark.
By the way, this movie does not really pander to children.
No, which was a pleasant surprise, because you would think this understandably could have easily been more geared towards kids, but it's a movie for everybody.
But when Tim decides he's going to get serious with Mr. Mime and basically pulls out mimes a can of gasoline,
dumps it on,
starts dumping it on Mr. Mime, and Mr. Mime's like, ah!
And then I love the match part though, like just the timing of that. It's like, and
Mr. Mime's like, I can do this all day. And it's the time for you gonna be like that, okay? Goes out of the little box room, takes the gasoline with him. Mr. Mime's like, oof!
And I love too, there's even a moment in that where even the mime, like Pikachu's not getting it, and like mime breaks characters like, come on, no, follow what's going on here. Oh, I'm terrified. Like even that little beat, that was so good.
And then they accidentally dropped the match.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, what happens after that?
They cut away. We don't know what happened after that.
Spontaneously combust?
Right. Like, I mean, oh my God. Now I'm imagining like the horror version of it. Where like he melts like he's on fire, but you don't see the flames and how creepy that would be. You see posters, you see cops getting the job body. It's like we found this torched mime body or something. Okay, that's getting creepy even in my own brain.
Now, one of the things that I'm not quite sure I understood was when Psyduck unleashes his attack, okay, shockwaves go out. And then insanity breaks loose because Train starts doing Inception type movement, which at the end they're going like, well, it's these giant turtle things, but
I forget what they're called, yeah. They set them up.
Turtles or something like that.
Something like that.
But, and they're giant, but it doesn't explain like the entire landscape going 90 degrees.
Well, maybe one of them kind of stood up weird. I don't know. I could kind of...
And I'm sitting here going like... That was one place where I'm sitting here going like, I can't make this action sequence make any sense whatsoever.
I could go with that. Like, I don't think it was that important that the direction mattered. I think that's kind of a nitpick, honestly. Because it did lead to such a cool chase sequence.
I mean, it was awesome to look at, but at the same time, my science brain goes... Even if you had shockwaves going on, it would not cause things to do
okay, no. And I don't think that was the shockwave at all. The shockwave, they were just like comfy and sleeping or whatever. The shockwave woke them all up. So like a napping critter, they decided, what was that? Let's shift.
Shift.
And then back to bed.
Yeah, shift. Not boom. Which is basically what happened.
It wasn't that fast. I mean,
but still.
Maybe he just came up front legs first and, kind of like a... kind of situation.
Yeah, it's still.
I can go with it. You're way overthinking
I don't like it. I'm sorry.
No, you must like it 100%. You are not allowed to dislike any part of this movie. How else are we gonna get paid? I mean, no. But no, seriously though. I mean, because it was so cool. Like they're having to run through the trees and all the
but, like,
they're coming down.
When you had like the sudden cracks appearing, and then that made more sense to me.
That was cool too. Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Maybe I would have liked to know a little bit more about their experiments, but maybe that's more in universe. If you know the world thing, maybe you know a little bit more about it.
Because and that could be like a sequel is following up on some experiment that got loose because all that broke loose.
Yeah, there's stuff to be done there.
Yeah.
What about
those are grenade? Was it Greninjas?
Greninjas, yeah, they were pretty cool.
Sweet.
Now, okay, here I'll give you my science nitpick. How does the human sneeze?
Like that.
Exactly. I answer my own question. No, it's actually, this is the one thing that did bug me now that I think about it. And when Sad Pikachu runs away and goes down the bridge and he's reminded of, oh, this is the bridge where the crash happened. And he finds the Greninja star. Like the tracks are still there. The Greninja star is still there.
The police department is shit doing its job.
Yeah, that I did have a moment with, like, I mean, because even if there's a cover-up, they would want to get rid of that evidence, so...
Because I'm surprised Tim didn't ask the Watanabe characters, like, so where's the body?
Yeah, they did bring up that there was no body, but we never saw that discussion happen.
Well, no, Pikachu asked Tim,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He brought it up, but like nobody else ever asked the question, because like if he was coming back to Rhyme City, the sun, you would think part of that would be to claim the body.
Yeah.
And you're right, none of that was actually discussed, but
I do kind of want, and I do kind of worry that may have been a case where we were kind of pandering a little bit towards the kids because we don't want to get into.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's a matter of a story only needs the bare minimum of what it needs to tell you a good story.
Yeah.
If you're getting caught up in all the little minutia details while you're watching a movie like that, then the movie's not succeeding because it's not engaging you enough to stop your brain from going off on these tangents. So I don't think stuff like that's that important. I mean, you're right. In hindsight, okay, yes, we can be like, maybe that should have been a thing, but you know, I don't think it's that big a deal. So let's see. I like.
But you're arguing that your father's still alive. And the other person's telling you dead, you go, where's the body?
Yeah, at that point, then
that's a shut him up moment.
Yeah. But I think maybe before it even got to that, Ken Watanabe, like, they shut him down by showing him, was it the video? What did they show? I don't remember. But
the video, well, yeah, a really bad video of just car blowing up off the bridge.
Right, yeah. And I mean, you know,
not what happened to the car after it left the bridge.
Well, I mean, just be glad that Tim didn't turn to Pikachu and be like, did you know? Did you know? And Pikachu's like, yeah. And then Tim starts beating the shit out of Ken Watanabe, even though they used to be best friends. And then he's about to smash the shield into him and kill him. And then, oh wait, wrong movie.
I was thinking, where are we?
Well, they showed him the tape of the parents dying. Spoilers for something like 7 years old now. 5 years. Hell, Civil War wasn't that long. And whatever. Anyways, so let's hit the other beats and do this unboxing because this is going longer than I meant. But I liked
it always goes longer than you need.
The romance. Yeah, somebody's good at derailing, and then that gets me. The romance, and I use quotes because it wasn't heavy-handed or anything, but I thought that was kind of cute. I thought there was some good chemistry going on between them, but I appreciate that it wasn't full-on romance. They didn't feel the need to go that way with it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
this is kind of like, yeah, you tell they like each other, but we're busy dealing with other shit right now.
Yeah. I like the son of Bill Nighy because I thought he was going to be, crap, here's the obvious villain who's doing that. No.
Yeah.
Love that they flipped on that. I thought that was really good. And that it was the Ditto pretending to be him the whole time. Didn't pick up on that with the sunglasses and everything. I thought that was really cute.
Well, I think it was him in that first scene where they're filming the commercial because he's not wearing the sunglasses.
That's a good point, yeah.
But he does put them on at the end of the scene, so when you see him later on wearing the sunglasses... It's established. Yeah. Yeah,
I thought that was really clever. I like Pikachu's obsession with coffee. Jigglypuff singing the dude to sleep was a nice little touch in the background.
Look, he's so grumpy. It's like, you fell asleep during my song. How dare you? Well,
let's see. Anything else?
Actually, one of the little things I loved was the Machamp directing traffic.
Yes, around a sleeping Snorlax blocking a lane. I thought that was such a fantastic callback. I think that was in one of the trailers, but still, that was a good beat.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
no post credits.
No post credits.
Just some cool art stuff going on.
What do you think about our villains? Because this is a villain with good intentions.
Was it good intention? Now, okay, here is where maybe it does get a little, when you start breaking it down after the fact. Like, here's the thing. If you enjoyed the movie during the movie, it's a successful movie. That's the way I look at it. Because anybody can start tearing things a new one if you really start analyzing it. And I do think that maybe some of that was a little rushed, a little undercooked. Like, maybe we needed a little bit more of Bill Nighy in there to understand that, you know, he was dealing with some things, or maybe he was longing for more than what he was getting.
I think that was
a little,
pretty obvious. It felt obvious to me.
Well, I mean, the story is there. It's there. But I don't feel like... It's almost like, you know, it's like the recipe needs a touch more salt, you know, or something. Like, it's there. The flavor's there. It makes sense. You know what they're doing with it. And it all works together, but maybe a little bit more of that layer, just so, because it almost comes a little out of left field with, like, the whole, you know, oh, I'm putting my soul into his body thing. Like, it's like, oh, okay, I didn't know that was, okay.
Well, they established that when they were in the lab through one of the flashback hologram things, that they were working on that headset to...
I must have kind of just not picked up on that.
Yeah.
No. That's my minor gripe. I felt that it wasn't out of left field, but I felt like it maybe could have melded in a little bit more, or built to it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it.
Yeah, but it's just like, let's just shove all the people in the Pokemon. I'm like, I think the Pokemon might have something to say about that.
Yeah, it does leave you scratching your head a little bit when you start breaking it down and thinking about it.
Yeah.
But, and then I do want to make the reference to that somebody watched Batman '89 for their plan. Because they put the Joker toxin in all the balloons.
Oh, yeah.
Granted, it wasn't in the balloons. So apparently Joker toxin or Poke toxin either blends well with helium, or it has the properties of helium to make the balloons float. Which is an interesting thing, too. And no one made a reference to that. And that reminded me of one more thing I was going to mention, and then I already forgot it. Poke toxin in the balloons. Oh, the R.
Yeah.
I was thinking, they didn't never really specifically said it.
Team Rocket?
That's what it made me think, but I don't know if it's actually supposed to have any. Again, maybe I need to know more of my Pokemon lore for it to make sense.
And honestly, I don't know.
But it was kind of fascinating. The chemical.
I was kind of hoping there might be some sort of Team Rocket cameo, but
or even a post credit or something.
Yeah.
Although
I don't think I saw Meowth.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing one of those, but it could have been a background thing or something.
But I don't think I saw an actual Meowth.
Oh, there's so many Pokemon. I don't think they could have fit all of them in there, at least not obviously. But I did love when those monkey ones initially went nuts with the chemical, and they're taking his pants. And all that. I thought that whole sequence was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
So again, I think there's great set pieces. I think your main characters are completely endearing and fun. Great music, fast-paced, beautiful visuals. A great time. I think it's comic book or video game adaptation movies have gotten better and better lately. Like, we really enjoyed Rampage, even though it's big and dumb. Really enjoyed Tomb Raider, especially if you played the remake game. It's like almost it's very faithful. And but I think by far this best video game adaptation thus far.
Possibly.
Definitely going to be the opposite of Sonic because
Oh God.
And it's not the design. I don't know why people care that much about the design. Like,
I don't like the design.
I'm with you. I didn't like the design either, but fixing Sonic's design is not going to fix that movie. Because you know what I was saying earlier? This movie stayed faithful to the source material and the world. They didn't just take the character and think it's the 1990s and, hey, let's drop that character into our world. We didn't need that. I want you to world build. I want to exist in that world. That's why I love Star Wars so much. They built a world. It's not people coming into our world. You know what I mean? So... anyways, that's that. Let's do this and get the hell out of here because we didn't even take a commercial break. You go first.
I'll go first. By the way, do we want to ask the question that I posed to you earlier?
Probably. I don't remember what the question was now. It's been like 40 minutes.
So, you said earlier that Ryan Reynolds, if he adapts something, that it's going to be very faithful.
Oh, in the theater.
Yeah,
that's a fun question we can think about when we open these. If that's true, that Ryan Reynolds makes things faithful adaptations, what do we want to see him adapt next? You can play along in the comments. But
and also, what happens if you put him with J.J. Abrams?
And I said $1 billion. Yeah, I said $1 billion is when you put him with J.J. Abrams.
So we got a little...
I got to think about my answer. You show that off and I'll think.
All right, so...
Let's see. I don't know if it's going to focus, so you can hold it back a little bit.
There we go.
So
I'm not
blurry.
sure.
No,
I can't really read all this. It has a bunch of cars on the backside, so...
I want to play it's going to show all the cards. Okay.
You want me to hold off on
No,
action?
you can show them. It's what you could get.
This is what you could get.
Yeah, it's
I
like
guess.
showing the back of a mystery mini box. A little bit slower. Let it focus because it's not focusing yet.
Okay. Hold on.
This camera has very slow focusing. There you go. Yeah, if you can tilt a little bit for that front card. Or the one that was... I don't
my
remember.
face. Yeah, there we go.
Bring it back, because the one that's over here, I think, was always in glare.
It's where this is backwards.
You got it. I know.
The camera.
You got it. All right, so what would I want? I know exactly what I want. I almost said it. I know exactly. If Ryan Reynolds creates faithful adaptations, G.I. Joe. Because I need a faithful G.I. Joe movie.
Okay, so it actually only has 2 cards plus a official merchandise.
Right. So my next question is, who would Ryan Reynolds be in the G.I. Joe universe? And I don't know that this is the one he should be, but you know who immediately jumped into my mind? Shipwreck. I think Ryan Reynolds could be a fantastic Shipwreck in G.I. Joe.
Honestly, I'm very rusty in my G.I. Joe
That's fine.
character, so
That's
I
fine.
can't really weigh in on that.
Well, show him your cards
Okay,
and then tell him
so-
what you would like him to be.
Okay, so I got Pikachu.
It's for focus. It's for focus reasons. So I think everybody gets a
yeah.
Pikachu is what we're told.
I like a coffee break and a corkscrew punch, and then yay, Magikarp. he's all shiny and foily though.
Although again, spoilers. That transformation was fantastic though.
Yeah, that
What a great
was-
Magikarp moment. That was fantastic.
I tell you what, that Gyarados, I think is what he turns into, something like that.
Oh, yeah, you're asking the wrong. I don't know.
That thing is scary looking, man. Because I like how they make like the evolved versions of like Charmander and Magikarp.
Yeah, I do that. You get to see
They
the
look scary, man.
evolutions. Yeah. So again, apparently everybody does get the same Pikachu card. I forgot I can do that.
Hide my face.
There we go. Just very slow focus. DJI, make your focus faster. And then I'll put this in front of my face, but check it.
What is it?
I got
can't
the
see it.
foil version of the
Oh, the dog thingy.
yeah, Ken Watanabe's dog, which is adorable.
What's it called?
The Snubbull. Snubbable. He plays rough. That's cute. Same stuff there. Actually, I'm pretty happy with those. That's a pretty good pack of cards. All right, that being said, though, jeez, this is half an hour. If I'd known.
Yeah, sweetie.
I was
whatever
aiming
you
for
wanna
15.
Do, just double or triple it because that's what it ends up
Yeah,
being.
exactly. All
I'd
right, well,
like to have gotten the Mewtwo though.
yeah, there's a bunch that would have been cool. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe sometimes we get hooked up. We'll see what happens. Hey, Ryan Reynolds, my new friend. No, I'm sorry. Don't worry, Mark Hamill. You're still my favorite. I kid. And okay, so now we learned how long one of those batteries can run because I charged those before we brought it.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting that mine, because I turned yours on first. Huh. All right, we're going to get out of here before all these lights die. So comment below. This is definitely the spoilers. If you want to say spoilers, do whatever. Tell us your favorite parts in the movie. Do you agree? Do you disagree? All that kind of stuff. Geek out this in the comments. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Check out the Stardust app. Look up TheEricButts. Use the link in the description below for stuff faster than I can get it to YouTube. Now we're going to get out of here. So click the thumbs up button. Give us the good old thumb of encouragement because we do love to be encouraged. Look, 2 thumbs up. That's all right. That'll be the thumbnail. And now we're going to get out of here. We're going to take her home. It's late, and we're going to watch some more stuff. We'll see you all
Later.
later.